Welcome to this, the first of the Mongo video podcasts. My name is Mongo, and you may know me from such radio shows as The Lion's Den on KUNV, and where I'm the co-host, KUNV Las Vegas. We air every Sunday night from 5 to 9 p.m. at 91.5 FM Las Vegas. We also podcast at mongoland.com/podcast. and on iTunes, where you can find it as the Lion's Den Radio Show Podcast. You may also know me going way back, if you lived in the Richmond, Virginia area, as Dr. Strange from the Psychedelic Paradox. It's all me, and I'm here. Welcome. Last night, I went to, for the second time, I saw Mickey Hart. Mickey Hart, the drummer for the Grateful Dead. One of the two drummers, the other being Billy Kreutzmann. But this was Mickey's solo band, and I had seen him about a year prior. Also at this was at the Hard Rock Cafe on the Las Vegas Strip. Beautiful venue. Saw him there last year. He came back again last night, 9/11/2013, his 70th birthday. So there was a drum circle, which he joined in with the members of the Las Vegas Jam Band Society. Beat it out, and he joined in with him for about 5 minutes, so that's pretty cool. And they gave him a drum for his birthday, as well as what seemed to be some cupcakes. And then in the background, you may hear probably Dana, one of my two cats, crying for attention, which she's not going to get, because I believe that ignoring cats makes them come to you. Anyway. So I saw Mickey Hart last night, and he the highlight of the show was his EEG Cap, where he put on a cap that read his brainwaves and projected the brain activity so detected onto a 2D display of a rotating three-dimensional brain that showed his brainwave activity. I don't know whether he actually was generating music from his brainwaves, but we could see them. That was kind of interesting. I've got some video of that I'll show to you later. But before I got into that, I wanted to talk about this thing. Whoops! This is comes in a briefcase. I bought this back in the early '90s, and what it is, hopefully you can see it. Okay, so this is the Brainwave Entrainment device, the Mind Machine. So, this is what it basically consists of. The headphones are not in the package because I have since gone on to a different pair of headphones which I use on a regular basis. But the upper left is the device itself, and then the power adapter. The white squarish thing on the right is the electro stim. It has some electrodes that clip onto your earlobes and will give you a little mild electric stimulation which you can adjust. And that is supposed to trigger the release of endorphins. And then on the lower right, we see the iPhones. That's EYE phones. It's basically a cheap pair of sunglasses that have some LEDs attached to the inside. So you close your eyes with these on, and it plugs into the machine through that cable, and it flashes these lights at a pulse that is synchronized to a tone that is also input through the headphones. And you can listen to music on this, and it adds the tones in, and you can adjust the mix and whatnot. And so through the synchronization of the tones and the flashing lights at a particular frequency, it will cause your brain to follow the frequency. So if you want to dial up an alpha state, or, well, there's alpha, beta, delta, and theta. There's a few other states, but those are the primary ones. And if you want to go straight to one of those frequencies for whatever purpose, for meditation or out-of-body experiences are reported in the theta range. Delta is associated with sleep. Beta is your normal waking state. Alpha is a light trance. So some various combinations of these can be helpful for learning stuff or simply for relaxing, whatever it is you want to do. But that's the device. I'll try to zoom in closer here on the accelerator too. You can see it's got a bunch of presets, and these controls for the frequency, pitch, the type of tone you want to hear, the volume and intensity, the program. So the critical thing is the program, and it comes with a book that tells you what each program is and what it does. Here's the book. It tells all about all this stuff. Tells you about the machine, what it does. And then here we see a list of each of the programs and what frequencies it hits, starting in target frequencies and the purposes for which you can use this. So it's kind of interesting. So that's the deal. I paid $5. What it's designed to do, it's called a brainwave entrainment device or a light sound machine. What that does, in theory, is based on the principle of harmonic or sympathetic resonance. There's another, entrainment is the other word. The phenomenon that you may know of when there's a number of grandfather clocks in the same room, how their pendula will begin to synchronize and all move together at the same moment. The other idea is when you strike a string on a guitar, other strings that are harmonics of that or have harmonics of that will begin to resonate at that frequency or a harmonic of that frequency. So the idea is by generating a particular frequency on this machine, you can cause your brain to follow that frequency and to entrain with it. And it's got a whole bunch of programs in it. You can make your own programs. Why do I mention this? It's because the Mickey Hart video that I'll be showing for you in a moment seems to me to be essentially a method by which Mickey can cause his audience to have their brainwaves entrain with his. And of course, the music is to a large extent doing that already, so this may be icing on the cake, and he's not the only performer that is causing a similar effect. Most concerts that you go to, especially Electric Daisy Carnival for one, result in a similar effect, especially when you've got an intense light show that is flashing, to the rhythm of the music. That helps a lot, and having a great sound system that's, to a large extent surrounds the listener with music will achieve the same result. What makes me wonder is, Mickey was spotted at a Bohemian Grove at least once, and which begins to suggest that he's somehow plugged into the, master control grid agenda, New World Order situation. So I don't know what to make of that. I certainly would appreciate the opportunity to have a candid discussion with Mickey on that topic, also on topics related to the pyramids, because they did play there in '78 and they reported some weird stuff. I'll save that for another video if I want to get into that another time. So should you want me to plug that thing in and kind of give you a sense of how it works, or you kind of figure that out? And maybe I'll just play the video. I've explained enough. So, here we go. Drum
What does this mean? It means that Mickey's engaged in a bit of ritual, magical, mind control, techno-shamanism, pushing the boundaries, the cutting edge. It seems like he's got a peaceful message when, well, I couldn't understand all the lyrics, but generally the mood of the show was certainly peace and love. So, maybe it's not a bad thing that he's manipulating your brain so that you'll be peaceful, but what if he's also manipulating your brain to be docile and submissive to the New World Order? Who knows what's really going on? There wasn't any symbolism in terms of projections other than the brainwaves, as far as I could see. So it was a fairly straightforward concert, visually speaking, a fairly subdued light show, as you can see from the video. So there were no theatrics like a Madonna, with fancy stage sets and things like that. It was, as with the Dead, normally it's straightforward, focus on the music. So, still, with his connections to the Bohemian Grove, it throws everything into question. And I don't know fully what to make of that, but maybe this will stimulate some associations with others who may see this, and if so, then let me know. Tell me what you think. See what you see in all of this. And certainly he's putting the information out there in a way, this is the cutting edge, truly. We'll probably see it in other forms coming up soon. Other venues, other forms, other artists, other whatever. Maybe we won't see it. Maybe it'll be hidden. And maybe it's also been going on in one form or another every day of the night when you're sitting, or every night every day and every night when you sit in front of the TV and absorb the programming that is being put out there for you. So be mindful, be aware that every time you consume video and audio, you're being manipulated in some way or another, even by me. All right? So anyway, that's the gig. This is my first attempt at a video podcast, so I know it's going to be rough. I'm experimenting with a few different techniques, as you can tell, including the use of my iPhone camera, and here I'm using the webcam, and we'll see how the audio works out from the iPhone. You'll probably notice a difference, a huge difference. So we'll see, and let me know what you think. Thanks. I'll see you next time.